Whoa. Hold on. I'm hearing two of myself. There we go. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We have more airstrikes going on in the Beirut area, the southern suburbs. Hold on a second. That seems to be frozen. We got to refresh this stream. Let me refresh that. I don't know if it was frozen, actually. No, that's live. There it is. And there's reportedly a ceasefire that is close to happening. Ceasefire reportedly close. So we are bringing you some live coverage here. Where are we not on the air? Twitch. 1, 2. Facebook is not live. There, Facebook is going to be live right now. Hang on a moment. Why strike if it's so close? Good question. Maybe they're trying to get their last strikes in. I don't know. Give me 1 second here. Okay. Hang on a moment here. So there are reports that a ceasefire is close in between Israel and Hezbollah. But Israel, about 40 minutes ago, I think it was, put up, issued 6 different evacuation warnings for the southern suburbs of Beirut. So airstrikes are expected. There might have already been one or two back there. I'm not sure when those hit. Let me really quick, hold on. You're going to see Google for a second. Let me do this. It's another video I might be able to get you. Oh, hold on. I have another one. I have another one. Not that one. Oops. Hold on. That goes, oops, I'll move that. I'll fix this one. Obviously, we don't want... Which one is which? Hold on a second, I have 2 of the same one. Let's fix this. There's that. Now, why are they both the same? Oh, no. We'll fix this. So we have Beirut View 2 and Beirut View 3. gotta fix this live video. We don't need that there. All right, we're all set up here. We are set up. Hey, oh, it's like you can, by the time in my place is 4:10 a.m. You can see that in the lower right corner. Hey, thanks Ori Deco for your support. Thanks so much to Shark for the gift memberships. I appreciate that. Crafting with Cats Tammy says nothing says ceasefire like a bombing. I'm going to get you some updates here. If you give me a moment, as we keep an eye on what's going on. I know that camera on the bottom seems like it's not moving, but I did refresh it. Yeah, the smoke is moving there. I'm just looking really closely at it. If you look, you will see the smoke is slowly moving on the bottom. Yeah, it is moving, it's just slow. Moving but slow. What I'd kind of like to do is, if you give me a second, I'm going to try something here. Hang on. Let me try something here. Now, what if I do... That gonna work? That's not what I want to do. One moment, folks. Let's try this again. Is that gonna work? That might work. No, that's not working. That's not what I want to do. Just give me one moment here, guys. I'm just trying to fix something for you. Appreciate your patience. All right, so we do that. Then we do this, move that, add this. I know you can't see any. Oh, no, hold on. I will fix this. I promise you. Okay, we got our 3 shots up there. Fine. Okay, so again, we are waiting. About 40 minutes ago, Israel issued 6 evacuation orders for the southern suburbs of Beirut, even though there's reporting that says there's a ceasefire that could be announced today. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Reuters says Israel poised to approve ceasefire with Hezbollah, Israeli official says. Look, I'm not kidding you. Israel poised to approve ceasefire with Hezbollah, Israeli official says. By the way, thanks to Aaron Hardy, our new member. Thanks to David L., our member. David, I have no idea if or when Iran will respond. Maybe I should change the title. I can't tell. I'll leave it up there because who knows what we'll cover. Reuters says Israel looks set to approve a U.S. plan for a ceasefire with the Iran-backed Hezbollah today, a senior Israeli official said, clearing the way for an end to the war, which has killed thousands of people since it was ignited by the Gaza conflict 14 months ago. This is not with Hamas, this is with Hezbollah. Israel's Security Cabinet is expected to convene later today to discuss and likely approve the text at a meeting chaired by Prime Minister Netanyahu, said the official. This would pave the way for a ceasefire declaration by President Biden and French President Macron. 4 senior Lebanese soldiers told Reuters on Monday. Sources told Reuters on Monday. In Washington, White House National Security spokesman John Kirby said yesterday, we're close, but nothing is done until everything is done. The agreement has already won approval in Beirut, where Lebanon's deputy parliament speaker official told Reuters yesterday there were no serious obstacles left to start implementing it unless Netanyahu changed his mind. Hezbollah has endorsed its ally parliament speaker Nabi Berri to negotiate. So apparently Hezbollah has agreed to the terms, but Israel has not said for sure whether they're agreeing. The plan would require Israeli troops to withdraw from South Lebanon and Lebanese army troops to deploy in the border region, a Hezbollah stronghold, within 60 days. Signs of a breakthrough have been accompanied by military escalation, with Israeli airstrikes demolishing more of Beirut's Hezbollah-controlled southern suburbs yesterday, and more strikes expected now. Reuters says the destruction across wide areas of Lebanon brings into focus a huge reconstruction bill awaiting cash-strapped Lebanon with more than 1 million people displaced. In Israel, the ceasefire will pave the way for 60,000 people to return to homes in the north, which they evacuated as Hezbollah began firing rockets in support of its Palestinian ally Hamas a day after that group's October 7th assault. Israel's ambassador to the UN said yesterday that Israel would maintain an ability to strike southern Lebanon under any ceasefire agreement. Lebanon has previously objected to Israel being granted such a right, and Lebanese officials have said such language is not included in the ceasefire draft. A second Israeli official told Reuters Israel would be able to strike against imminent threats only. So will there be a ceasefire deal announced today? I do not know. Mr. Showtime says Israel can still fire if Hezbollah is still near the border. So we'll have to see how the deal comes out if it is agreed on. I'm going to do a poll. Do you think there will be a ceasefire? Let me, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to update maybe the title of the broadcast, because I want to just focus on this particular thing. Israel and Hezbollah fighting continues. Ceasefire reportedly close. Little gunfire. I'm going to take some of your comments in a second. I want to change the description. Camera moving. Just updating the title here. At least on YouTube. Thanks for your patience, guys. I'll update it on Twitch too. Oops. Let me just update the Twitch title here. Yeah, if the ceasefire deal actually gets reached, there will be a public announcement about it. That could happen today. Sorry, I'm going to take some of your comments in a second. I've just been updating things here, like the description and stuff. Would also be good if I could just get a new, if I could get a new thumbnail here. What's happening here? I'm just about done updating the description and the thumbnail. Sorry, thanks for your patience, guys. Then I can talk again. Uh-oh. Didn't do what I wanted to do. Sorry. I'm going to go with that, so it's still a little better. Okay, so again, all right, now let me take some comments here. Sorry, I had to fix a couple things. Thanks for your patience. Oh, sorry. One more thing I need to do here. So again, Israel, we're expecting to see Israeli strikes in southern suburbs of Beirut, but also a ceasefire deal is reportedly close. Real Sheikapia thinks there will be no ceasefire deal, it won't last. The Washington Post says Israel's Security Cabinet is expected to meet today to discuss a tentative U.S.-backed ceasefire deal with Hezbollah. The deal would put a halt to Israel's war against Hezbollah in Lebanon, which has lasted more than a year and intensified in recent months. After weeks of deliberations, the parties have made progress toward an agreement in recent days, but have yet to finalize a deal. A Western diplomat with knowledge of the talks said both sides were prepared to approve the deal, but urged caution. The official said, "We have already lived moments where a deal was close, but before escalatory steps. We have already lived moments where a deal was close before major escalatory steps were taken." Thanks, Kevin Aikman, our member, our YouTube member. Thank you, and Jason Carlton. Thank you. Thanks to our moderators, Ruth Krafasi, Roberts Mayqueen, Linda Belkin Larry on X. Thanks, AEB, our member. Uh-oh, what happened? Something happened? I don't know that that's new there. Thanks to our Twitch moderators and our Facebook moderators. Betsy's Barn says it's only a 60-day ceasefire. It might be an initial 60-day period. I'm not sure. I'm going to read you some more stuff about this. Thanks for pointing that out, Betsy's Barn. Idaho Star and Surly Dev are moderating on Twitch. Thank you. Thanks to Rafi420X for subscribing on Twitch. Oh, there, North Strike. New strike right there. New strike, guys, right there. Brand new strike. Look at that. Wow. Wow. You're going to hear a boom probably in a few seconds. Look at that. Whoa. That is a new strike. Boom. Just happened. The sound is a little delayed on that camera. That boom was... the sound you just heard was from what you're seeing. Oh, look at this. Look at there. And look at the top left. Look at the top left, too. Oh, my gosh. Same strike on the top left. Look at this. Wow. You are looking at live video right now from the southern suburbs of Beirut, where even though a ceasefire is reportedly close, we have airstrikes going on. Sunflower says ceasefire, schmeeshfire. Well, it's not over yet. I think one of our viewers was saying they thought maybe this is pressure on Hezbollah or something. Negotiating pressure. I don't know. Maybe there's some final thing they're negotiating over and Israel wants to put pressure on Hezbollah. It's an interesting thought. One of our viewers said there is a red alert. Oh yes, a rocket alert is happening right now. There were reports that there could be some fighting before a ceasefire was agreed to. Well, there is a rocket alert near Kiryat Shimona. I don't know if I have a camera there. I might. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, the sound is terrible on that camera. Sorry. Hold on. The sound is terrible on the Kiryat Shimona camera. I gotta ask them about that. Hold on. It's just windy there, I think. I'm going to take that camera off. That's the northeastern border, but I'll put it back up if something happens on it. Well, I'll leave it up for a second. Excuse me. I just don't want to... Actually, I'm going to take it off right now. We'll figure it out. So there is, according to so far alert map, there is one rocket alert near the Israeli border with Lebanon in Manara, to the west of Kiryat Shimona. Right there. That's from the so far map. Northeastern Israel. One rocket alert. M says, can you update Israel, Iran, Gaza, France, UK? That's a lot of updates, M. No, I can't do all those things right now. But I will talk about various things as we get to them. I don't know what you mean by France, UK. M, I will give more updates. I will give more updates, but this is not a UK news stream. We will give more updates, though. Thank you, M. I appreciate that. Thank you, AEB, for your support. Oh, another strike right there. Look at that. Another strike. Another airstrike. Look, you're going to hear the boom soon. Wow, look at that. Another strike in the southern suburbs of Beirut on your screen right now. Another one. Wow. Two of them. A couple of them, it looks like. More of them. Two more strikes. Keep looking. You're seeing it on both cameras now. You're hearing the booms from the strikes. Wow, look at this. More strikes right now in the southern suburbs of Beirut. Whoa. It's the same on both. Three of them. 3 strikes. And it's the same on both cameras. It's just one camera is behind the other. So that is why... Sorry, I'm going to just focus on this camera right now. But 3 strikes... Whoa. 4 strikes. 4 strikes. There were 6 evacuation warnings. Well, there's 4 strikes right there. Look at this. Whoa, crazy. Wow. Well, again, there were 6 evacuation warnings, and it looks like 4 strikes right around the same time. Crazy video there. And really quick, let me show you this. There it also is. There's the other view. Oh, maybe a 5th strike. Do we have 5? Look at this. Wow. Unbelievable. Sorry. I gotta drink some water. Crazy. Oh, this is live. This is live. So... even though there may be a ceasefire announced later today, there's no ceasefire right at the moment. Multiple Israeli strikes on the southern suburbs of Beirut. You are looking live. There's more on the 3rd shot. I have too many shots to show you. Look at this one. No, you can't. That's a different one. Watch this. There's that one. Look at that one. This shot too. There's 3 different shots from Beirut. 3 different views. Oopsie. There's too much to show you. Look at that. Let's look at this one for a second. Oops, sorry. Keep moving the wrong one. Let's make this one big for a second. Wow. We got 3 views for you of these multiple strikes. Looked around like 4 or 5 at once. 4 or 5 at once in the southern suburbs of Beirut. Evacuation orders went out about an hour ago for 6 different locations. I assume the locations that are being hit are the ones the evacuation orders were for. Maybe I'll make this one bigger for a second. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of all this, what's going on. Just for the moment, just to show you that one there. Look at this one. I'm switching back and forth between them. One of our viewers said, Miss Mollywog said, one strike was very close to the airport. I think you can actually see it on one of those shots. Yeah, you can actually, I think on this shot you can see the airport right behind there, if I'm right. I may be wrong, though. But the airport might be right back there. Now look at this. Wow. So will there be a ceasefire? There were reports that there could be fighting up into the ceasefire. Thank you to our member, Diliza Rajabari. We'll see if we get any announcement. You know, Israel might announce. They might do an announcement saying we've hit the targets that we. Sometimes they'll do an announcement saying we struck these targets that we ordered evacuated. Let me just see if I have anything from them. Not yet. Not yet. Look at this video. Hold on, let me show you this one. No, not that one. That's kind of striking there. Look at this video. Let me make this one big for a second. Look at that one. Got too many videos. That's a live shot, though. Yeah, you can actually see the airport on the other shot. Hold on. You can see the airport back to the left there, right? That's the airport, isn't it? Isn't it on the left? Yeah, everybody's saying it is. Ooh, what is this? Hold on, what are we looking at there? They're zooming, yeah, they're zooming in on the smoke. We might have to replay that video again in a second. That was pretty crazy with all those strikes happening at once. Just give me a moment here. Let me get a couple things on the screen. Hang on a moment. Where I can see them. There were a number of strikes on the southern suburbs of Beirut about 10 minutes ago by Israel. Associated Press reports that Prime Minister Netanyahu's security cabinet is set to convene today in Israel to discuss a proposed ceasefire. Among the issues that remain is an Israeli demand to reserve the right to act should Hezbollah violate its obligations under the emerging deal. The deal seeks to push Hezbollah and Israeli troops out of southern Lebanon. Where is that noise coming from? What shot is that? This one? It's that one. I'm going to turn off the audio on that, I think, or turn it down. Oopsie. You know what happened is I was changing the headline on the fly and I left out a letter. Sorry. Was that how it started? Has that been like that the whole time? Sometimes when I rush on the air, I miss like an obvious typo. Maybe it's been like that the whole time. No, it was Israeli before. For a while it was correct, and then when I changed it a few minutes ago, that's when it all got messed up. Okay. I have a little picture to show you here. This is a building, that building right there in the AP story, that was hit yesterday. That was hit on Monday in the southern suburbs of Beirut. That's an example of what happens to one of these buildings when it gets hit by one or more of these strikes by Israel. I'll get a bigger view of I'll get a bigger version of that picture. Yeah, the picture I just showed you from the AP article, this is a building in the southern suburbs of Beirut that was hit yesterday on Monday. Check this out. That's a building that was hit on Monday by Israel in the southern suburbs of Beirut. It just shows you what happens. Look at that picture. See a car at the bottom. I don't know if they were targeting a specific part of the building or what, but AP says there are hopes grow for a ceasefire. Israeli officials have said the sides are close to an agreement that would include withdrawal of Israeli forces from southern Lebanon and a pullback of Hezbollah fighters from the Israeli border, but several sticking points remain. AP says 2 Israeli officials said Netanyahu's security cabinet has scheduled a meeting for today, but they said it remained unclear whether the cabinet would vote to approve the ceasefire deal. Israel's UN ambassador said he expected a ceasefire agreement with Hezbollah to have stages and to be discussed Monday or Tuesday. This is a story from, I think that was written yesterday. But he said it's not going to happen overnight. After previous hopes for a ceasefire deal were dashed, U.S. officials cautioned that negotiations were not yet complete and noted there could be last minute hitches that either delay or destroy an agreement. The proposal under discussion to end the fighting calls for an initial 2-month ceasefire. This is what our viewer Betsy's Barn was talking about. The proposal under discussion to end the fighting calls for an initial 2-month ceasefire during which Israeli forces would withdraw from Lebanon and Hezbollah would end its armed presence along the southern border south of the Litani River, about 18 miles. The river is about 18 miles north of the border. The withdrawals would be accompanied by an influx of thousands more Lebanese army troops, who have been largely sidelined in the war, to patrol the border area along with an existing UN peacekeeping force. Western diplomats and Israeli officials said Israel is demanding the right to strike in Lebanon if it believes Hezbollah is violating the terms of the agreement. The Lebanese government has said such an arrangement would authorize violations of Lebanon's sovereignty. A ceasefire could mark a step toward ending the entire region-wide war that ballooned after the October 7th attack by Hamas last year. AP says the lack of a ceasefire has emerged as a political liability for Israeli leaders, including Netanyahu, particularly while 60,000 Israelis remain away from their homes in the country's north after more than a year of cross-border violence. A ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, the strongest of Iran's armed proxies, is expected to significantly calm regional tensions that have led to fears of a direct all-out war between Israel and Iran, says AP. It is not clear how the ceasefire would affect the Israeli-Hamas war in Gaza. Hezbollah has long insisted it would not insist to a ceasefire until the war in Gaza ends, but it dropped that condition. While the ceasefire deal is expected to be approved, if Netanyahu brings it to a vote in his security cabinet, maybe today, one hardline member of the cabinet, National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, said he would oppose it. He said on X, a deal with Lebanon would be a big mistake and a missed historic opportunity to eradicate Hezbollah. By the way, thank you to, I'm going to take some comments from you guys. Thanks to James Carlberg for your support. I really appreciate that, James. Thank you. Thank you, Pure Rate, who says ceasefire, 2 hopes, no hope, and Bob Hope. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a poll question. Will there be a ceasefire in Lebanon this week? Again, this is not Hamas in Israel, it's Hezbollah in Israel. We're not talking about Gaza, we're not talking about Hamas. Just to clarify. Let me do the poll in Twitch now. What happened here? Everything is messed up here. We're doing this poll right now. Thanks to Shrizek for subscribing on Twitch. And thanks for your kind words, Shrizek. Shizrek. I really appreciate that, Shizrek. Thank you. All right, it's poll time, guys. Let's see what you guys say. I asked, will there be a ceasefire in Lebanon this week? Could be announced as soon as today. Our viewers are skeptical on YouTube. 75% say no. And on Twitch, wow, you guys are skeptical. I don't blame you for being skeptical. On Twitch, it's 83% say no on Twitch. So most of you say no. Me is me says you have to see it to believe it. Jennifer Rochelle says no way. UGEF says hell no. Sambino says it's just wishful thinking. Rachel says not till Netanyahu is gone. BTDG Benjamin Bina says no because Itamar Ben-Gvir and Netanyahu are good friends. Well, the far right wing, there's some right wing Israeli nationalist groups that are part of the of Netanyahu's ruling coalition that may not like this. Well, we heard Ben-Gvir does not like it. Doesn't Ben-Gvir lead one of the parties? One of the right-wing parties there? Wikipedia says he's an Israeli far-right politician. He's the leader of Otzma Yehudit, a Kahanist and anti-Arab party that won 6 seats in the last election, says Wikipedia. Wikipedia says the current government in Israel is regarded as the most right-wing government in Israel's history. All right, thanks for voting in our poll. So most of you think no deal this week. I have no idea. Did Israel make an announcement about the strikes? Let me look up that. Hold on. Not yet. The New York Times says that Netanyahu has indicated he's open to a ceasefire deal. And multiple outlets say Netanyahu is going to discuss the proposed deal with his cabinet today. Oh, they're zooming in on the corner camera. Zoomed in a little bit. There's a little smoke coming up there. No, it's not that much. See it there. Let me see if I have any updates from Israeli media for you. Haaretz reported an Israeli soldier was seriously wounded from a drone strike in northern Israel and another seriously wounded in central Gaza. There is still fighting going on in Gaza and in Lebanon. Also, Haaretz mentioned a private home in the northern Israeli city of Kiryat Shimona was hit by a rocket today. And like other outlets, Haaretz is saying that the Israeli cabinet is meeting today. The security cabinet will meet today in Israel to discuss the ceasefire proposal. Haaretz said an Israeli official told them that the parties are very close to signing. The Times of Israel reports that if I can find it here. The Times of Israel says that there are northern Israeli officials who are upset over the expected truce because they say the threat hasn't been removed. Well, I mean, I think if Israel makes a deal, they're going to want to be clear that the idea is to allow the residents of northern Israel to return home. So, will a deal be made? Will residents in northern Israel feel like it's safe enough, and will the government feel it's safe enough to return? I mean, it'd be kind of weird if Israel made a ceasefire deal and then they didn't return the 60,000 people to their homes in northern Israel. It's kind of the stated goal of this attack on Hezbollah was to make northern Israel safe for people to live in again. Mr. Nibble says, I hope a deal is reached. Walter Wynn says you can't negotiate with terrorists. By today, I mean Tuesday, drink responsibly. Hey, thanks Little Owl, our new member. What about the hostages? That's between Gaza, that's between Hamas and Israel. We're talking about Hezbollah in Lebanon. Oh, I might have to switch the video. We're We're talking about Hezbollah in Lebanon, not Hamas in Gaza. Hamas are the ones with the hostages. Hamas are the ones that attacked on October 7th. All right, I'm going to get rid of this view right now. Hold on. No, we don't want that. We got to turn that one off. We might go a little while longer here, but it's late. It's 5:12 in the morning where I am. It's 5:12 in the morning where I am. So I wanted to give you an update on the ceasefire, but also we saw. Oh, let's replay. Hey, let's replay what happened with the strikes. Let's do that. Let's go back and watch again some of what happened with those airstrikes. How about that, guys? Let's do that. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. I'm going to show you again. If you didn't see it, it was pretty striking, that video. What was happening with those airstrikes. Hang on a moment. Oops. I'm going to show you again. If you didn't see it. That's not Saturday. Earlier. A short while ago. See, it says a short while ago. We'll get rid of this. We're going to put this up on the screen. What just happened there? Hold on. Hold on a moment. Why is this? I see. Okay, so I think this is going to work. Ooh, hold on. We're not showing. That's live. Okay, so watch this. Let me show you what happened. This is a short while ago. Watch this. We're showing you a replay now of what happened. This is a replay. We're replaying this for you. So what you'll see is, we playing here? Yeah, give it a moment. Give it a moment here. We're showing you a replay of the strikes that we were watching. Look at there on the right. See the big column of smoke there? That was a strike. There were several. There were 4 or 5 very close to each other. The plume, exactly, Zambo says. So that was one. So you're going to see some more shortly. There were 6 warnings and about 4 or 5 strikes it looked like at once. Maybe there were 6 at once. I'm not sure. Now let me forward it a little bit. All right, so that happened, and you could actually see it. You could actually see it on camera too, as well. This was a few minutes ago. Now let me show you what happened after this. I got to forward it a little bit. Hold on. Forwarding, 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 forwarding. Give it a moment. Going. There we go. Watch this. Look at this right here. Watch this. Another one right there. See that? At the bottom there? Looked like maybe 2 of them. And then there's another one on the left there. See? This is when they were all happening at once. Banana who says maybe secondary explosions. Well, maybe on that first one when there were 2. Watch, you'll keep... Now on the right, there's another one. Look at that. See that? Wow. behind the other. So that is why, sorry, I'm going to just focus on this camera right now. But 3 strikes. We're hearing the booms from earlier.
Whoa!
This is a, look at, and then on the, see on the right there, there's the 4 strikes. 4 strikes. There were 6 evacuation warnings. Well, there's 4 strikes right there. Look at this. Whoa, crazy.
Wow.
It's about a half an hour, 45 minutes again, there were 6 evacuation warnings, and it looks like 4 strikes right around the same time. Crazy video there. And really quick, let me show you this. There it also is. There's the other view. Oh, maybe a 5th strike. Do we have 5? Look at this. Wow. Unbelievable. Sorry. I got to drink some water. Crazy. Oh, this is live. This is live. So it's not live. This is like half an hour ago now because I'm replaying. Even though there may be a ceasefire announced later today, there's no ceasefire right at the moment. Multiple Israeli strikes on the southern suburbs of Beirut. You are looking live. No, it's now not live because I'm replaying it. Sorry. There's more on the 3rd shot. I have too many shots to show you. Look at this one. No, you can't. That's a different one. Right in the middle of the day. Wow. Watch this. Just crazy. There's that one. Look at that one. This shot too. There's 3 different shots from Beirut. 3 different views. Oops. Hey, by the way, thanks so much to Rick D for your support. Wow, Rick, to show you. Rick, you've been so generous today, earlier and now. Thank you so much, Rick. Let's take a look at this one for a second. Oops, sorry. Rick just gave 10. Rick just gave 10 gift memberships. Rick gave a lot of people gift memberships. I did a stream on my personal channel tonight. But thank you, Rick. That's really nice of you. So anyways, we were, this is what we were watching before. But, I mean, you might say, doesn't look like a ceasefire. But the reporting says that Israel's Security Cabinet is going to meet today to discuss the ceasefire proposal, and it's reportedly close. What can I tell you? Wow, thanks, Rick. That's so nice of you. Thanks so much for the donation, Rick D. That's really kind of you. So much support, Rick. Thank you. I really appreciate that. By the way, shout out to our moderators who are here at this early/late hour. I really appreciate you being here. Hang on a moment here. Where is this thing? Big Ball of Yarn, LB Prairie Dawn, Idaho Star, Surly Dev. Thank you. I think I forgot to thank the Facebook mods. Oh no. Let me do that right now. Wow, Rick D just gave 10 more people memberships. That's really kind of you, Rick. Thank you. Rick D. Make sure you thank Rick if he gave you a membership. That's super nice of Rick. Thanks, Rick. Margaret Riley, Paul Anderson modding. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Over there on Facebook. Ronald Egnor. And Linda Belk and Larry there as well on X. All right, so I just wanted to replay. If you missed it, you can go back and rewind it. I mean, I was just replaying you what happened a short while ago. The live shot is here. That's the live shot where I don't believe there's any strikes going on. I mean, you can. They're showing you some smoke on the live shot, but that's not. That is not. I don't believe that's a new strike. Damn, hold on. Wow, and Rick D just gave 20 people memberships. I think Rick D has given 40 people memberships. Rick, that is extremely generous of you. Wow. Please thank Rick if he's giving you a membership. That is so nice of Rick D. Man. Last stream and this stream today. Rick, really, thank you. That's super kind of you. Yes, some sirens going on. It's about noon Israel and Lebanon time. I don't know when the Security Cabinet is meeting. N12 News Israel. N12 News Israel says Lebanon's foreign minister says, I hope we will have a ceasefire this evening. Again, N12 News. I don't know if those sirens are related to the airstrikes we saw. N12 News Israel says the foreign minister of Lebanon says, I hope we will have a ceasefire this evening. And also said the Lebanese army would send 5,000 soldiers to southern Lebanon as part of the ceasefire agreement to keep Hezbollah away from southern Lebanon. Keep them out of there. Most of you don't think there's going to be a ceasefire this week. I asked that poll question earlier. Hey, Crypto King, thanks so much, Crypto King, for your support. That's really nice of you. The world's best mods. Yes, I agree with you, Crypto King. Thanks again to our moderators. Thanks, Crypto King. And Rick D gave 10 people more memberships. Wow. Rick has now given, I'm not kidding you, 50 memberships on this stream alone. He gave even more than that on my other stream, my personal channel stream earlier tonight. It's very generous of Rick. Thank you, Rick. Also, thanks to our new member, Little Owl. Thank you. Our viewer Rambam said 6 evacuation orders doesn't mean 6 strikes. Yeah, I mean, it does look, though, like they did 6 evacuation orders and we saw around 6 strikes. So my guess is that they struck the targets they said they were going to. But we don't have confirmation of that. The IDF announced that in Tyre, Lebanon, in the area of Tyre, they struck and eliminated the terrorist, they say, Ahmad Sabi Hazima, the commander of Hezbollah's operations unit in the coastal sector. Kiwi thinks people will wait a while before they return to their homes in the north. See, look at this was a story from yesterday. Yesterday this story came out by Reuters yesterday. Biden, Macron set to announce Israeli Hezbollah truce. This was reported yesterday. I mean, by yesterday I mean Monday. They said U.S. President Biden and French President Macron are expected to announce a ceasefire in Lebanon between Hezbollah and Israel imminently, say 4 senior Lebanese sources on Monday. Signs of a diplomatic breakthrough were accompanied by heavy Israeli strikes on Beirut's Hezbollah-controlled southern suburbs yesterday, and we just saw some in the last hour or so. A senior Israeli official told Reuters that today's cabinet meeting in Israel was intended to approve the text of the ceasefire deal. Israel's ambassador to the UN, says Reuters, said Israel would maintain an ability to strike southern Lebanon under any agreement. Lebanon has previously objected to wording that would grant Israel such a right. The State Department spokesman for the U.S. said oftentimes the very last stages of a deal, of an agreement, are the most difficult because the hardest issues are left to the end. We are pushing as hard as we can. The negotiations are aimed at getting Iran-backed Hezbollah and Israel to end fighting that erupted in October of last year in parallel with Israel's war against Palestinian Islamist group Hamas in Gaza. The conflict in Lebanon has escalated drastically over the last 2 months. Lebanon's deputy parliament speaker said the proposal would involve an Israeli military withdrawal from South Lebanon and regular Lebanese army troops deploying in the border region, which was long a Hezbollah stronghold. And they would deploy there within 60 days. Some reports say this would be a 2-month initial ceasefire. A sticking point over who would monitor compliance with the ceasefire was resolved in the last 24 hours with an agreement to set up a 5-country committee, including France, and chaired by the U.S., he said. That's according to Reuters. The deal would require... Diplomacy over Lebanon has been focused on restoring a ceasefire based on UN Security Council Resolution 1701, which ended the last major war between Hezbollah and Israel in 2006. That Security Council resolution requires Hezbollah to pull its fighters back around 20 miles from the Israeli border behind the Litani River and the regular Lebanese army to enter the frontier region, which is apparently what the new deal will say. Israel says a new ceasefire must allow it to strike any Hezbollah fighters or weapons that remain south of the river. Reuters says a deal could reveal rifts in Netanyahu's right-leaning government. The far-right National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, said Israel must press on with the war in Lebanon until absolute victory. He said it is not too late to stop this agreement. Rick thinks Israel's ground invasion failed of Lebanon? I mean, if they get Hezbollah to move back to the river and stop attacking northern Israel, that's what they wanted. That's what they said they wanted. Thank you, Yaztreb, our member. Spark Fisher says, it's too soon, it will be a mistake. Don Riverstone says, I have a difficult time thinking a ceasefire will work. I mean, that's a whole other question. If there's a ceasefire, will Hezbollah stop launching rockets at Israel? Will Israeli people return to the north? How long would a ceasefire last for? Hectic Days says, how can Israel trust Lebanon to babysit Hezbollah when they didn't do it, when Lebanon didn't do it in the first place? So guys, I don't see a ceasefire being announced like in the next hour or so. I mean, we're hearing reports that the Israeli Security Cabinet's going to meet later today. So I think maybe what I should do, I know this sounds crazy because it's 5:30 here. Maybe if I can sleep some now, and I can come back on the air with updates later if there's big updates. What do you think about that? Because, I mean, we saw the strikes. We got on the air. We saw the strikes and the big strikes in southern suburbs of Beirut. We got you updated on the negotiations. But I think it might be a good time to sign off and get and sleep some, and then maybe come on later. Given that it's 5:30 a.m. Brett and Chaz agree with my call. So I really appreciate you guys being here for this early morning update coverage. And I'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for joining us. Hey, make sure you subscribe and follow Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. And turn on the notifications so you know when we're going live. As you can see, I never know when we're going live. This news popped up, so started covering it at this weird hour. But subscribe and follow and turn on the notifications. We have our own notification system through Discord. It's free. It works really well. You sign up once, you get a notification sent to you every single time we go live. So the moderators will post where to sign up for the notifications. I don't even... Rusty G is over there. Hey, Rusty, what's happening? Rusty's moderating. Is it notifications? Let me see. Hold on. Is that the command? What is the command for to have Nightbot post the notifications link? Apparently, I didn't put the right one in. I'm going to post a link to the notifications. I need to find it. Hold on. Oh, I can find it. Here, I got it. Posting it right now. That's too loud. Turn that down. I just posted the link to the notifications, and you can also check out our free Discord chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. Same link. It's all free. Hey, thanks so much to our moderators who have been here at this late, early hour. Rusty G, good to see you, Rusty G. All of our YouTube moderators. Big Ball of Yarn, LB Prairie, Dawn, Idaho Star, Surly Dev, all of our other Twitch moderators, our Facebook moderators, such as Margaret Riley, Paul Anderson. Happy birthday. I think it's Paul's birthday. Happy birthday, Paul. Ronald Egnor. I'm hoping they can get a ceasefire deal done. That would be good. Less fighting is good. We'll see. And Linda Belk and Larry moderate for us on X. We did a poll earlier. We actually did a poll earlier where most of you said that you thought there would not be a ceasefire deal. And also thanks to everybody who donated. That's super nice of you guys. I really appreciate that. Rick D and everybody else, thanks for your support. That's what allows this channel to exist, so thank you. If you ever want to donate, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But big thanks for all your support. Thank you. And maybe we'll do a stream if there's big updates on this later today. Also, hey, thanks to our... I will post updates when I'm not on the air on my X account, which is @Lookner. Follow me on X @Lookner. I cover breaking news there. I will post a link to my X account in the chat right now. And follow Agenda Free TV as well. I post scheduling updates and updates about the channel over there on X @Agenda Free TV. If you do watch us on YouTube, make sure to turn your YouTube notifications on by clicking the notifications bell and selecting all notifications. I know that sounds kind of weird, but for those who watch us on YouTube, the YouTube notifications can be helpful. But what you got to do, you subscribe on YouTube, and then you click this bell. Where's the bell? You click the bell, then you choose all notifications. That's for the YouTube viewers. Okay, let me shout out some folks. I want to shout out our Facebook subscribers, like Susan Priest-Buchner, who's there. Thank you, Susan. Diane Allworth, Kay Lowry Body, Margaret Riley, all of our subscribers over there on Facebook, Robert Real II, and all the others. Thanks for subscribing and supporting the channel. On Twitch, thanks to our subscribers over there, like Shizrek, Ralph Raffy 420X, and Zambo 33, Twitcher 2012. And our YouTube members like Crypto King, Anak123, Zanti Misfit, Chung Peter, Rick D. Thanks again, Rick D, so much. Wraith, Cruella, Jane Jones, J.K. Senior, R.A. Clark, Hectic Days, Roddy Mom. Thanks for being members. Jason Carlton, J.K. Senior, Celeste, Chris N., Cat Lover, Naba, Wraith, Evelyn Volmer, Spartiate, and all of our other, Southern Girl, all of our other members over there. Hectic Days. Thanks, Lori, for Boston, from watching. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Fancy for watching. Batman. And again, we will keep you updated on the situation. Dennis McNeely, Arthur Bergman. All right, guys. So that is it for now. We're here covering the new Israeli airstrikes in the southern suburbs of Beirut and the latest on this supposedly close ceasefire. Supposedly close ceasefire. Supposedly it could get announced as soon as tonight, but we'll have to see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching our coverage of the situation in Lebanon, and we will see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.